Industry. We're here at Professional Cut Creators. We got one of the best known barbers in the Gwinnett area. We got here Knowledge. Knowledge.
How you doing?
How you feeling, man?
What's going on, boss? How are you today?
Fantastic,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Thanks for allowing us to come into your spot, man.
Oh,
You
absolutely.
know?
It's a pleasure,
Yeah,
always.
I'm regularly in here, but the rest of the world is not normally in here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a nice spot. Great location. Um, Good squad that you have in here. So, I said we need to have a conversation. So that we can introduce you to the rest of the
Absolutely.
place. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying to you? Gwinnett is a strong business area for barbers and
Right.
the upper level barbers and so forth.
And continuously growing. Yeah.
And that's a fact. That's a
Yeah.
fact. A lot of good talent comes out of Gwinnett. And they actually travel and actually interact in the industry. So, as a business owner in the Gwinnett area, how do you see the experience? You know, actually being in Gwinnett as opposed to somewhere else, if you ever traveled.
I mean, I've cut in like multiple shops throughout Atlanta, through Georgia rather. And what I see in Gwinnett, not only is it expanding because there's a lot of barbershops out here.
Yeah,
It's a lot of
absolutely.
barbershops, so it's a lot of great barbers. It's a lot of great business owners out here. Cutting in other shops, maybe if I was closer to train stations and stuff like that, you might have had different traffic opposed to here,
Right.
to where they don't have that type of system going on. You know what I'm saying? So most people in this area are actually car mobile. So because it's expanding, you know what I mean, it makes for a better client experience because there's a lot of money in Gwinnett.
Right.
There is a lot of money,
A lot of
a lot of
commerce.
opportunities. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of growth for people to grow a nice clientele. You know what I'm saying? And there's so much money out here to where, like I said, it's a lot of barbershops out here, so it's a lot of room for people to eat. Actually, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. And in this climate right now,
Right.
it's a very multicultural situation in this county.
Right.
It's not one sided. You got you got the straight hair
Very
clients,
diverse.
very
Absolutely.
diverse.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So as a skillful barber, you definitely get your skills tested in this
Oh,
area.
absolutely.
You don't know who's walking through the door. Right?
Absolutely. I mean, I cut all ethnicities of. I have a deep range of clientele from all walks of life. You know what I'm saying? It helps, like you said, sharpen your skills because you will be tested. You know what I'm saying? Cutting the different variations of hair textures. You meet so many different people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's a great thing. And I mean, it just makes for a better barber, I feel, especially when you can do that with such, different walks of life. You know what I'm saying? With just cutting, so to speak, your own ethnicity.
Right,
So to speak.
right,
You know what
right.
I'm saying? When you can just know how to talk to this person, know how to talk to this person, because it ain't just cutting. It's also customer service as well.
Right. That's a big
being
deal.
able to talk to different people. You know what I'm saying?
That's
From
a
all
big
walks
deal.
of life. That's a great thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Being able to communicate like that is definitely a plus.
Absolutely.
And being versatile in the culture and in the industry helps grow your business. So let me ask you a question. How many years experience do you have as a professional barber, master barber?
As a professional master barber, I would say I've been in this industry, give or take, almost 18 years.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? As a shop owner, this makes our 9th year. This year makes our 9th year of Professional CutCreatorz as a shop owner. But man, I've been cutting almost 18 years.
Yeah, that's
You
two
know, like I
decades as a
said,
whole.
yeah. And I've cut in almost 10 different barbershops throughout Georgia. So, and I did that on purpose, not doing it to where I've been fired or this is that. I did that to sharpen my skills.
Right.
So I didn't cut on the east side, the west side, the south side, north side, of course. So I did that on purpose as my growth, going to different hair shows and stuff like that, watching different people, watching how the west side cut opposed to the east side, watching how the south side cut opposed to the north side.
So,
You know
so when you saw all of that, what's the variation? Like say a north side cutter as opposed to south side. Can you put your finger on any kind of differences or anything distinctively that?
I'll say this, and this is my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't want to offend nobody. You know what I'm saying? But I did cut in different places. I mean, things change throughout time. In the north side, see, it's hard to even pinpoint that because you got the same character. in each.
Because they
You know
move
what I'm saying?
around
Because I
so much.
almost want to say like, we pay attention to money more, but then I know barbers who cut in the South and may charge $150 per cut. Then I know people out here that may still charge $10 for a cut. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, certain people pay more attention. I think on this side of town. That's why I say it's hard to pinpoint because it all boils back down to the type of characters you have in your shop.
Right,
You
right.
know what I'm saying?
I
From the owners.
understand
You
that.
know what I'm
I
saying? So
understand that.
I mean, because I want to say that maybe in the east side or the west side, they may be more relaxed. You know what I'm saying? As far as like who comes in, the type of music they play,
Right,
you know,
right,
the type
right.
of atmosphere, the type of things they allowed in and out their shop. And this is that and the third, which is not a bad thing because
Right.
it works for that area,
Right,
for that
right.
community. You know what I'm saying? But over here, I've seen it in north side. That's why I said it's hard to pinpoint. I've seen that same thing over here. So it's just hard to pinpoint. So I guess it all boils down to the type of characters and the type of owners that you have when starting an establishment.
Nice, nice. That's great points. That's great points. So, with all that experience as shop owner, as barber,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? What would you say in the industry as an owner? What kind of advice you would give for owners and people aspiring to be owners?
I would say if you're inspiring to be an owner, you got to start with having patience. You know what I'm saying? It would be better to understand this industry. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like I feel that better owners are those that have been in the industry, opposed to just wanting to start a barbershop and you never cut a head before in your life,
Right, right,
or you
right.
don't understand, because then your patience factor will be a little different. When you're coming from being a barber or a stylist, stepping into being an owner, you can kind of better understand your barbers. You know what I'm saying? You can kind of understand what it takes to get there, how to market a little bit better because you understand. You know what I'm saying? You understand the needs of your barber. You understand your needs as an owner.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. So I would just say it starts with patience. And then after that, set the tone for how you want your shop to be. Because, I mean, that's going to play a big factor. You know what I'm saying? And like I tell anybody, we're judge, jury, and executioner. We don't have no human resources in this industry.
Right.
And
Good
this
point.
is that. No one gives us a raise. We do that ourselves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we also have the right to hire and fire clients. I tell anybody, you know what I'm saying? Pick and choose the type of atmosphere you want to set the tone for in a barbershop. You can't have, anybody coming in there smelling like weed all the time and disrupt, you may have children around, women, or, people that just don't deal with that period. You know what I'm saying? Always keep it professional. You know what I'm saying? Because that's going to set the tone for the type of environment that you want. And that's also going to play in your pockets as well. You know what I'm saying?
That point that you bring up as far as the atmosphere that a barber shop owner
Right.
want to cultivate. Right now there's definitely debates on, with the event of marijuana and everything like that being
Absolutely.
legalized and all that kind of stuff. It's definitely something that is something that is a touchy point when you say, you don't want that to overtake your business.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? As far as people that's on the contract, as booth renters or even commission coming into the establishment, smelling of that.
Right.
You can do whatever you do outside, but when they bring it in, that's when you feel say it's an issue.
I feel like this. When it comes to that, yeah, I mean, a lot of people smoke. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? I'll be transparent. I smoke. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't know that
Right.
I do. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I don't have to advertise to no one that I do. You know what I'm saying? I just be respectful of your client. Be respectful of your fellow barbers. Be respectful of the owner. You don't want to walk into an establishment smelling like that
Right.
if that's not what it's for. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't want to smell like a bar or even drinking alcohol. I don't want to smell like a bar if I'm not at a bar.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So, I mean, when you come in, you never know who's in your chair. We cut different clients from all walks of life, meaning like I may have a judge in my chair. I may have a cop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I may have a pastor or whatever in my chair. Shit. I may have a kid who, realistically, who that smell may bother.
Right.
Or triggers. You
Right.
always got to pay attention to, like in this industry, we're like psychiatrists anyway. So, you got to pay attention to certain triggers and this, that, and the third. Someone may just finish having a conversation about that, the dislike of that.
Right.
And then you have a barber to come in there with
Heavy
smelling
with
like
it.
that,
Right.
all in your hands in your face and
Right,
stuff like
right.
that. No, just be respectful. You know what I'm saying?
And
I don't knock
yeah.
what no one does. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's grown. You know, just be respectful. How do you want to carry yourself? And that should go beyond the barbershop as well. You know what I'm saying? How do you want to carry yourself
Absolutely.
as a man?
Absolutely.
You don't have to walk into an establishment smell like weed all the time to let everybody know I smoke weed. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. It's okay.
So,
Do it.
yeah,
Yeah,
do
it's
your
okay.
thing, right?
You know, do your thing.
Naturally.
It's okay.
You know?
But,
So in the industry right now, we have, you know, the shows and the events that are actually coming back post COVID. You know what I'm saying? Post, you know, the shutdowns and everything. What do you see is a good way to get more involved in those events, you know, for the industry there? Like shows, different events that you have, whether you gotta travel, because prior to you know the shutdown, things was moving in one direction.
right.
It actually switched up now.
Absolutely.
So what do you see as far as the industry wide looking at the new events and how the landscape is unfolding? What do you think about that?
I think the professionalism needs to come back into play and the seriousness about your profession. So when I say that, like a lot of barbers, you know, they're so in tune with get to the money and this, this, that, and the third that they may miss a step in how to get to the money.
Right.
Meaning like skill wise, you know, everybody, you can go on YouTube and learn how to fade now. You know what I'm saying? Opposed to back in the times of when Bronner Brothers was really cracking, you can go in there and really sit in the class and really learn something. You know, everybody is, oh, I know how to do that type attitude now.
Right.
So they'll sit there like, oh man, I can do that. Da, 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 da. So now it's gone beyond the fact of learning how to fade, learning how to put a design in somebody's head, learning how to have a crispy line, because you can learn that on YouTube.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or watching your fellow barber. You know what I'm saying? So now going to classes, that's kind of, to me, I feel it's still needed and necessary, but it's kind of played down. I think what would be a better segue into for a barber to learn now is to teach them about how to manage their money. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
How to
Yes.
how to not become what's the right word I want to hold to you, content. Not become content with the money that you're charging for your cuts. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, let your skills speak for that, but don't stand there and hold that price value on yourself for years. You know, like I said, we're judge, jury, and execution.
Right.
So you know, when it's time to get a raise, you feel that. You feel that your skill lies, all these products that we spend money on, and this, that, and the third. You know, hold that and be confident about that. You know what I'm saying? I have a mentality to where it's like lose one, gain three. That's always been my mentality throughout the barber game. You know what I'm saying? And I always held that to where I wouldn't be scared to jump off a cliff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if I bumped my prices up $5 to $10 or even $20, I'm not nervous because whoever don't take it, 3 more will. You feel what I'm saying?
That's a good.
And
That's a
so
good
I just feel that
perception on that.
yeah, things like my business partner, he does taxes. You know what I'm saying? Teach them about taxes. You know what I'm saying? Teach them how to manage their money. You know, teach them how to you know, have their affairs in order, because a lot of problems that I hear, and I've been through it myself before, you know what I'm saying? I'm not one to say I haven't, but a lot of problems is a lot of barbers are so stressed out with things from the outside when it comes to finances. That they bring that inside and it takes away from them
When they
their
craft.
creativity and their craft.
Yes.
You feel what I'm saying?
That's
So they're so worried about how I'm gonna pay the rent.
Right.
So now they're rushing to cut, or how I'm gonna pay for a car, or I want a car, or I want to go out tonight. You know what I'm saying? When in all actuality, you can get all this. I mean, we're looked at like celebrities anyway. You can become like a celebrity, almost damn near like a rapper. You know what I'm saying? If you just know how to manage and get yourself, you know, because we're known throughout. It's nowhere, and this is all honesty. It's nowhere in Atlanta I can't go to where I won't know somebody. You know,
right.
Because I've been around in the game.
The
reach. Not only have I cut in several shops throughout Atlanta, but I'm all over the place. And then my work travels.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My work travels. I mean, I may cut somebody. Hell, it's times where I've been out of town and run across clients. You know what I'm saying? Or people that heard about me, or this is that and the third, you know, which is an amazing thing, you know. But I just think that, you know, teaching people, getting back into classes that teach people the finance aspect, you know, the financial aspect.
You brought that point up because actually the next event that I'm actually having a workshop in is the Talia Wajid Natural Hair Show.
Okay.
So we have it's going to be a tax class.
Word.
You know, Q&A, and you know everything that goes attached to that for the industry. So it's a great point that you bring up. That's one of the things that's lacking in the industry,
Right.
because they know how to make the money. Craftsmen know how to make the money, but do you know how to keep it?
Keep it. Correct.
Do you know how to maneuver?
Man, I'm
You
telling
know
you,
what
I
I'm
used to
saying?
blow through money like
You know what I'm saying to you?